FRM costs you around 2.5 to 3.5 lakh rupees for complete certification. So the question is not about whether you should do FRM or not. The real question is, what job role you can expect after completing the certification, how much it costs you, and how soon you can recover back this cost. So in this video, I'm going to discuss about three important things. One, the costing side, okay, and I'll talk about the breakdown also of this costing. Two, kind of jobs you can expect after completing this certification. And three, salaries part, which everyone is interested to know. Okay, what sort of salaries we can expect, So let's talk about all three sections. But before I start with the numbers side, let me give you a quick intro or quick context of FRM. So FRM stands for Financial Risk Management, and this is a certification given by GAT, and you have to clear two examinations here, part 1 and part 2. And you should have 2 years of relevant experience to get certification from the institute. So it's not just about clearing exam, you should have experience also of 2 years. So guys, now let's talk about the costing side, okay? So as I told you, the total cost of this certification would be 2.5 to 3.5 lakh rupees. So if I give you the breakup of this cost, the first cost would be registration fee, which will be roughly around $400, which you are supposed to pay at the time of registering your part 1 examination. And this is just one-time fee. You're not supposed to pay this again when you're paying for the part 2 examination. Then the next fee would be, next cost would be your examination fee, which will be $800 per part. But if you register early, you can save $200 in this cost. So that can come down to $600 per part. But if you delay further, beyond the standard timeline, then this cost can escalate to $1,000 per part. So here the important thing is you should, decide your examination in advance so that you can save at least $400 per part. Then guys, if I talk about the operational cost, which everyone ignores, right? So the operational cost is, one scientific calculator you're supposed to buy, which will cost you roughly around $50 to $120. And then if I talk about other cost, it will include your, material cost, which will be around $200 to $500, depending upon from which prep provider you're buying this study material. The third cost would be coaching fee, which can be somewhere roughly around, for both the parts, if I say 60,000 to 80,000 rupees, depending upon the, fee structure of the institute from where you're taking this coaching. And guys, if you defer your examination, so there would be roughly around $250, deferral fee per exam. So if I sum up all the component of the cost, it will cost you around $2,200 to somewhere around $3,000 for complete certification. Okay, so this is what the costing side, and if I convert this into INR, it will be around 2.5 lakh rupees to 3.5 lakh rupees. Now guys, let's move to the next part, which is, what sort of job roles you can expect after completing the certification. So let's move to that. So guys, once you have spent your money on clearing the FRM certification, now what next? What sort of roles you can expect after clearing FRM? So guys, I'll talk about the broader roles. Then there could be different verticals also, different small roles also, other roles also. So the one most common role what you can expect after clearing FRM would be credit manager, credit analyst role. So what these people do, they manage the default risk at the banks and NBFCs, okay? So when banks do lending, okay, so they are more worried about the recovery of their money. So as a FRM specialist, you have to do this assessment, okay? What sort of risk you are taking when you're lending money to the borrower. What can be other risks? So it can be market-related risk. So market-related risk could be what? It can be exposure of the company related to the, credit risk, or it can be currency fluctuation risk also, or it can be related to the equity market volatility. And especially these days, we know that the equity market is quite volatile. So we need FRM specialists to manage this risk, okay? What can be third role? It can be managing the operational risk at the organization level. So we just want to make sure, okay, that operational risk of the organization, not just the monetary risk, operational risk of the organization does not blow it up, okay? So you have to manage that risk also. Fourth kind of role, you can be, the model risk, or I'll say validator. And this skill set is high in demand and short in supply, especially after the stricter norms from the RBI and regulatory environment. We have to manage this risk. Now guys, The final one, I would say, you can act as a chief risk officer at the organization level, where you're sitting with the board of directors to discuss about the overall risk of the organization, and obviously it's a very high paying role in the organization. Now guys, after discussing various roles, now what kind of firms hire FRM, okay, for these roles? So firms could be global investment banks like JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, Deutsche Bank. These kind of investment banks, they hire FRM specialists to manage the risk, financial market risk and the operational risk. And the other kind of organization can be consulting firm like EY, KPMG, Deloitte. So these kind of firms also hire FRM, and also the banking companies and NBFCs, they do hire FRM, right? So these kind of companies you can expect, after clearing your FRM certification. Now guys, now moves to the section which everyone scrolled down for, salaries, right? What sort of salaries you can expect after clearing your FRM examination. So guys, I'm going to discuss some broader range of the salaries, because the exact salary depends upon, the type of organization, city you're working in, right? And the experience you have, okay? So first I'll talk about salaries in India, and then I'll talk about the international salaries. So guys, in India, we can expect, if you're a fresher just out of from the college and you have cleared FRM Part 1 or Part 2 both, then the salaries can be in the range of 6 to 12 lakh rupees. It can be at a higher end or even maybe slightly higher if you're working for some big bank in the Mumbai city or some metro cities, or it can be at a lower end if you're working for some NBFCs or mid-sized banking firms. After gaining experience of 3 to 7 years, your salaries can be in the bracket of 15 to 22 lakh rupees, and it can even touch 25 lakh rupees. That again depends upon the size of organization. Guys, after, so once you have gained some good amount of experience, say 5 to 10 years of experience at a VP level or CRO level, salaries can be in the range of 25 lakhs to 50 lakh rupees at a senior level. And guys, this salary can touch even 1 crore rupees, depend if you're working for some multinational companies as a risk manager or as a, the senior management in the risk profile. Now guys, if I talk about the salaries in, say, other market, global market. So if I start with, say, US market, in USA, an average risk manager, the average salary of a risk manager is around $1,15,000. And at a senior level, it can be $2,50,000 to $3,50,000 at a CRO level or, at a VP level. Now, if I talk about the salaries in the UK market, it can be in the range of £50,000 to £90,000 at a mid to junior to mid-level role. At a senior level role, again, it can be in the range of, £1 lakh to £1,50,000. Now, if I talk about the salaries in the Singapore market, it can be in the range of 1,50,000 Singapore dollar to 2,50,000 Singapore dollar. And in the UAE, it can be in the range of 1,80,000 dirham to 3,50,000 dirham. So guys, this sort of salary range you can expect, when you're working as a FRM at a different levels in a different roles. Okay. So guys, after doing all these analysis about the salaries, about the career roles, about the cost involved in clearing the FRM certification. So if I do the comparison of just cost versus, the rewards, doing FRM will cost you just 2.5 to 3.5 lakh rupees. It can be slightly more if you take some extra attempts. But if you compare your salary with the people who are not FRM certified, but though they are working in the risk management profile, it would be much higher. It can be easily more than 20 to 40% to start with. So say if your peers are working at a package of 10 lakh rupees in the similar profile, and if you're a FRM certified and you're getting a 30% higher package, the cost is almost recovered in the one go in the first year itself. And what additional advantage you're getting is, the global recognition or better career prospect, better growth trajectory compared to your peers. So guys, the question is whether you should do FRM or not, especially in year 2026 when the global environment is so, volatile. The answer is yes. The answer is yes. Why? Because the risk management is the need for every organization. This time, risk management people are very short in supply. Every organization, they have realized the importance of people who can manage risk at the operational level, at the organization level, at the financial level. But yes, if you're looking to make career in core finance, let's say, or if you're looking to take up some senior position in the finance role like CFO and all, then definitely FRM is not relevant for you, because FRM is a core specialization. in the risk management. So if you have an interest in the risk management side, then definitely this is a good certification for you to pursue. Obviously, it requires you, clearing 2 exams, part 1 and part 2, 2 years of experience, and yes, somewhere 2.5 to 3 lakh, 3.5 lakh rupees of the investment. But guys, the reward wise, it is much more rewarding than the cost what you are incurring. So guys, that's it for this certification from my side. And if you like this video, please do share with your friends and colleagues who are looking to make career on the risk management side. And please do subscribe our channel, and please put in the comment box if what sort of videos you would like me to make for you in coming days. So till then, goodbye, good luck.